Go into the champion select. Urgot has been banned along with Caitlyn, so getting both Caitlyn and Urgot are the first two bans in from NARU. LeBlanc and Kindred in from White Lotus. Kalista will be the final ban from NARU. Could come out here.
What was actually really smart when Kami did that was able to really take the matchup after that point.
Nunu as well.
We have been pointed out only two
also fantastic in the 1v1 format.
You do have to get quite creative. I really think Misfortune can be something that does really well in this, just because of how her passive works.
What made you buy the Executioner's
So I would be interested to see if that is picked up.
Love the Draven. Really love the Draven.
It's just like this item exists. Kindred will be the next ban coming out from Kami. Kennen banned out by Carbon. Kami has picked up that pick before.
So has Carbon. With all of the not much faith in his own. Maybe he has something else. Maybe he's been practicing the Leona. Has a reasonably good time pushing level 1 as well.
I really feel like this is lining up.
That is true. I'm also surprised. I'm thinking cheesy, especially on this.
It's very hard to decide who you're going to root for before you see the picks.
Kind of
the picks is one shot any AD carry in the game.
I believe the problem on that one, Yamato. Kennen has been banned out though, so the natural predator to Leona is already gone.
That in mind, his E can interrupt the damage from the Q, and that is going to mess up NARU's entire flow.
1v1. I'm just trying to think of the mechanics in my head, but last time we saw Draven, he did actually come out victorious.
Yeah, so I'm thinking right now that when NARU sees it, he's just going to pray that White Lotus makes the obvious error and goes QW. Because then he's like, level 2, I'm just in there, like you would not believe. But sure. I agree, if White Lotus does take the E, that stand aside, going to be very difficult for Fizz to get anything done.
For sure. And then, like, we can always draw comparisons to the summoners. If what is the problem of Fizz? He gets pushed in, his level 1 is weak, he gets harassed under the tower, eventually he gets strong enough to do the all-in, but I feel like the 1v1 is all about the early levels.
Yeah, every time I look at these kind of weaker champions, I always think there must be something that we're missing, right? With the Gangplank, we're like, this is terrible. If he walked in this lane, we're like, this is amazing. Like, there has to be something here that NARU knows that we don't. Because honestly, in the first couple of levels, White Lotus should dunk him.
Well, the other thing that he could have done, which he hasn't, is get to the brushes first and then just all in level 1. But he hasn't done that, so, you know, not going to mention it.
I think he was looking for the corrupting potion in the shop. It's a new item, you know. Maybe that is the only logical response I have to that, sadly.
He skills E first as well, so...
Oh, so what he's going to do, he's predicting the stand aside. So he just wants to E in on top of him at level 2, not level 1, and be able to dodge that skill shot. All in.
It's definitely true. Of course, Fizz has the passive that reduces the damage he takes from minions, which allows him to kind of trade with the E. This is very, very common also on the Summoner's Rift.
White Lotus is literally just getting up in the grill of NARU, getting into his head, standing up there. He's going to be pushing up this wave a little bit. NARU literally can't get near these minions. It's going to be very difficult for him to get any farm. He's literally just going to have to concede level 2 and wait for the wave to push into him.
Or will he?
Oh, well, he gets the harassing. Actually, a little surprised that White Lotus didn't just stand there and try and get a couple more autos, because NARU was going to have to go out.
Certainly was. Hasn't got W, which is where a lot of Fizz's auto attack trading does come from. So we'll see whether at level 2 he does decide to pull the trigger. Level 3 is also relatively strong for Fizz. So I feel if he wins this game, it will be in the first 3 levels.
For sure, for sure. But White Lotus, of course, is going to reach level 2 first. And I believe the reason why he backed off from the trade was because NARU popped his potion, so there was no point to keep on trading. Just make that potion inefficient.
Already the second stack of that potion has been burned by NARU, only 1 remaining. And literally right now, White Lotus is just trying to get the wave pushed in. That's all he's really aiming for.
And NARU's just waiting for an equalized creep wave, if we're going to be honest. He just wants there to not be more on his side of the map. This is exactly what he's looking for. We'll see if he does pull the trigger or whether it will be the level 3 all-in.
Well, what did NARU skill right here? I assume it's the
W.
W. Okay, W and E. So it will probably be the level 3.
And Draven has made the mistake. He's got Q and W. Although now he's got the other one.
Yeah, he doesn't have E.
No, he doesn't.
Why?
He put 2 points in Q. NARU can win this.
Yeah, like you literally can't knock him out of the Urchin Strike. NARU jumps on White Lotus, and White Lotus will probably die. But NARU doesn't know that.
But the thing is now, there's a bunch of creeps now stacking up. It feels like the window has been closed.
Yeah, but remember, the passive reduces minion damage, so...
That is true.
He should be good, but yeah, gets a little bit of farm there. 62 gold going over to him, but losing the CS war, but of course that's not NARU's win condition here.
Also impossible to get CS underneath this turret. As you
that's not going to happen. Every time he goes for CS, it's literally not worth it. He's going to jump onto White Lotus to get a little bit of harassment down, but that is not worth it at all. White Lotus punishes him so hard. NARU will have to go back to base.
Oh, he wanted to back anyway. Not a big deal.
What does he pick up here? What is his item choices? Seekers?
Doran's Blade?
Double Doran's?
Oh my goodness, not a ring. I don't want to have this discussion again. Pick up the blade, damn it.
Well, I believe there's a max of 2 Doran's items, but that's of the same item, so you could theoretically go double ring, double blade, right?
Well, the thing is, Doran's. That is the key word. 2 Doran's items, right?
Maybe.
Maybe.
So it is a second Doran's Blade and a longsword picked up for White Lotus. He also has a huge CS advantage. And maybe level 6. Maybe that's what Naru, like the last bet.
The wave's now pushing towards White Lotus. This is going to be difficult for Naru to actually get on top of him.
Oh, he doesn't want to fight now.
What's
level 4, horrible
yeah,
time.
Level 5, level 6, 2 power spikes for Naru.
I like the faith you guys have in the Fizz pick. I don't have
didn't
faith.
say I had any faith in this pick. I'm just trying to justify why I could pick
That is true, that is true.
White Lotus, landing the autos. Okay, Naru. Are we looking for a level 5 all-in, or is it going to be level 6?
It's going to be level 6. It has to be. He's like too far underneath his turret. White Lotus's wave is going to slowly push up. Naru's going to grab all that CS, all that experience, not CS, experience. Then when it bounces back one more time, he'll go for the all-in.
Yeah, it seems like that is the plan. Simply because since he bought the Doran's ring, Fizz has been nerfed, so his physical damage doesn't get amplified by the ultimate. So of course the Doran's ring makes sense for the level 6 all-in.
Yeah, and you can tell how Naru's playing it. As long as he's in experience range, he doesn't care. He's just going to have a chuckle.
We can see on screen. Naru heading back to his turret. How is he doing on experience? He's a fair ways off. White Lotus. If we get caught in a one-on-one, it's literally just about the fish landing, right? Like, you have to connect the ultimate for Naru to win.
Yeah, and he has to go E in first. He can't Q in because of exactly the reason that we talked about. So he needs to E on top of White Lotus as the fish is coming out, which is rather difficult to do.
A big problem is also the exhaust. The damage from Fizz is very, very telegraphed, so the exhaust is very, very easy to time. But I feel like the right decision for White Lotus now is to base, get his MR maybe, build towards the Hex Drinker, because Naru is reaching that power spike.
I completely agree. White Lotus has actually missed a trick here, because if Naru goes in, he might be able to get it.
White Lotus's E is on cooldown for another couple seconds. This is the time, this is the window for Naru to jump in. Look, another 5 seconds.
He wants to base so bad.
Yeah, he's basing.
Hashtag regrets.
Honestly, I feel like Naru should have just pulled the trigger and tried to engage in White Lotus. Like, the E was down for another 5 seconds. It was a big window there.
Yeah, certainly do agree with that. But very smart play out of White Lotus. He's going back to the base, to the cheers of the audience.
Yeah, going for the Hex Drinker. And Naru going for another Doran's ring. Okay. What do you think about this AP build? I feel like AD is just straight up better, right?
It is once again like, ever since Fizz got the huge nerfs, which kind of made him just disappear from the top lane, is that his physical damage does not get amplified by the ultimate anymore. So after 6, Doran's rings make more sense. Pre-6, Doran's blade make more sense.
Okay. Good to process. Naru sitting in the bush gets the vision on that side of the map.
And you can see White Lotus knows.
And here's the all-in, but remember the magic resist has been picked up. The exhaust was a little late there by White Lotus. Now the exhaust comes down on to White Lotus himself from Naru.
Naru can still go. His cooldowns will be back up a little bit sooner, and he had a health shrine, so White Lotus probably needs to get back out.
Naru looking for the all-in. He was trying to get the Urchin Strike in range, knowing that the E was down by White Lotus. I think that's still kill potential for Naru, though.
I was so surprised Naru didn't go for the all-in completely there. I felt like he would have won that big time.
Oh, he used the E again.
Misses an axe. He's lower mana.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to matter. Naru is too far behind in CS right now. White Lotus is just looking to farm up.
Now Naru goes in, connects the E, and jumps back with the Urchin Strike.
I think he wins auto attack trap.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, he's been maxing his E. See, now I really disagree with Naru's build. I think W is far superior.
Okay, he's gonna jump in here. Already used the E, and he's just gonna get destroyed by White Lotus. This isn't even close. First blood over to White Lotus.
I felt he had this window of opportunity when he all-in, decided to back off. When you back off